Next, we're going to define routes for each link in here so that we can navigate between these pages. Let's go back to web.php, the file where we define all our routes. Here I'm going to duplicate an existing route and define the route for the second page, which is courses, by using different method, get. There are several HTTP verbs that we can use to define routes, and in this case we're using verb get. So this route will be used to get the content, specifically to get the template of the courses page. So let's change the address of this route, as well as its name. And just because we have used different way of defining this route, unlike the first route where we have used method view, in the first route we were specifying the name of that template that should be returned when accessing this route in the browser. But this time, as the second argument, we're gonna have to specify the function that will be executed anytime somebody will access this route. Meaning that if somebody is going to open up this page in the browser, and anything that is going to be returned from this function will be sent to the browser. So in this case, I'm only returning one word, courses. Now let's attach this route to one of the links in the navigation by using that route helper. Here we're specifying the name of the courses route. Now let's click on the second link in the navigation. We are expecting to see only one word, courses. And sure enough, this word is displayed. That means the second route has worked. So as you may guess, inside this function we can run absolutely any logic that has to be executed when accessing this route. For example, we can do debugging in here. Let's try to print out the value of the configuration option by using our familiar DD helper that we have already used in the previous lesson. So, as a reminder, this helper is going to print out the value that we are passing inside of it, and then it stops script execution so that anything that comes after will not be executed. And in a browser, we're not only seeing the value that we have just printed, but also the file and the line number where we have used that helper. But when this function that is attached to the route is pretty simple, we can even rewrite this function by using arrow function notation and use an implicit return without specifying return keyword like this. And we're getting the same result. Now, by following absolutely the same procedure, I'm going to duplicate this route several times in order to create routes for every page that exists inside navigation. Let's just specify proper addresses for each of these routes, different values that are going to be returned after accessing these routes, as well as different names. And before checking the result in the browser, we have to bind each of these routes to a particular link inside navigation. So I'm going to use the same route helper and specify different route names to get URLs of every page. And sure enough, if we're going to access each of those routes in the browser, we're about to see different words printed, those words that we have returned from each function that is attached to a particular route. Of course, for now we're doing all this only for testing, just to see how the whole thing works. But later on we're going to write a real logic to handle every page request and return proper page templates in the browser. So right now the only thing I can do to access particular page is to manually type in its address in the browser address bar. But later on we're going to create the layout that is going to contain our header and bind that layout to every page in our application. And this way, the main layout with navigation will be shown on every page. And that is something we're gonna do in the next lesson. Link to the source code of this project will be in the video description.